So you may be thinking, what's the problem with these are minimum standards. These are Utah standards and we can do with them what we want, right? The Utah State Office of Education holds up a letter from Secretary Duncan as evidence that Utah has full control over Utah's core. That is partially right, unless you're under contract with the federal government's mandates, which we are under No Child Left Behind and our approved state fiscal stabilization fund. The 15% language has been in every grant, except for the state fiscal stabilization fund, I'll make that clear, and just also in the No Child Left Behind waiver. Let me show you how to find it in the waiver. So do a Google search for Utah's ESEA waiver. And then when you get there, I want you to go to page 18, and you'll see where Utah had two options for reforming our standards. Utah chose option A, and there it says that they have to have common standards with a significant number of states consistent with part 1 of the definition of college and career-ready standards. So where do you find that definition of college and career-ready standards? Because it's not in the waiver. You have to go back to ed.gov under the ESEA Flexibility Index page, go under the map, click on the ESEA Flexibility Policy document. When you get there, it'll download a Word document, open it up on your screen, scroll down to the definitions page. Then you'll find college and career-ready standards. Part 1 of the definition says that we have to have standards that are common with a significant number of states. Now let's see how they define what common standards with a significant number of states are. You'll just scroll down to the next page, and then when you get to standards that are common with a significant number of states, you'll see that standards that are common with a significant number of states means that standards are substantially identical across all states in a consortium that includes a significant number of states. A state may supplement each standard with such standards with additional standards, provided that the additional standards do not exceed 15% of the state's total standards. This same language was in the Race to Top grants, which we didn't win, was in the Race to Top for Assessment grant, was in the No Child Left Behind waiver, it is in Achieve document. I also found it on core.org, corestandards.org. This one that I have there is actually from corestandards.org, and they have that same 15% guideline. And so I think that it is a fallacy to say that we do not have a 15% guide. So that's not supposed to be there. So now let's answer the second question that you have. These are Utah standards, and we can do with them what we want, right? You may have heard that we don't use Common Core in Utah. We use Utah Core, right? It's true that Utah Core does exist, and it has for a long time. And there are many subjects involved. But when we're talking about English and math, Utah Core and Common Core are one and the same. This is from the document that the state office produced entitled Understanding the Utah Core. It says in 2010, the state board voted to adopt standards for math and English that were common with most other states. Only the math and English are common with other states. So we're in agreement, because I knew that and they know that, but so you understand, when we talk about Common Core, we are talking about Utah's math and English core. They are one and the same. Utah has added cursive back in, but I have to let you know that that was after significant public pushback. And I've asked what other changes have been made, and I have not received an answer. And believe me, I have asked.